thank you so much, John, for offering to show us your workshop and your studio.
Oh, all good.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, I hope this is of value. So yeah, thanks, Kay. Thanks for having me on and everything. Yeah, so today I've just opened up my studio workshop. I'll see if I can um you can see it in the background there. It is a tiny little garage, but it's the cleanest it's been in a couple of years, I think. All my various tools and accoutrements and my giant pile of materials that just never wants to go away. But what I have done is I've gotten out all of my puppets. Oh, there's a few little prototypes and things here, including little Christopher Walken marionette dummy head that I've made.
Wow. Can
So,
you
but
please
going
show that
outside.
again, John? That was so fast.
Oh, sorry.
Did you say that's
I'm
Christopher
so bashful.
Walken?
It
Yeah, I'll show you
is.
the real one in a sec.
Like
There you
what
go.
is
Can
that
you
3D
see?
printed? Did you carve that? Like what are we
No,
looking
I
at?
sculpted. Sorry, it's rotocast. So I sculpted it and then molded it and then poured in my resin and slushed it all around, and then you pour out all the excess resin and it just sort of creates a hollow shell.
That's so
Which is
cool.
yeah. Yeah, so moving right on outside, I've sort of set up all of my puppets and things.
Yay.
So here we have Fat Freddy's Drop. Done a couple of music videos for them. Moving into here's Christopher Walken, the finished version.
Oh my
As he needs a bit of a restyle. I've got a bunch of these Indian marionettes that I've inherited from various people. And then I've also got out all of my puppet fiction. So this is the whole cast of Pulp Fiction. I promise this is a child-friendly event, but they're just hanging out. Yeah, and then oh, yeah, the clotheslines, right? I just sort of use what I can.
And John, is your clothesline a permanent setup or did you just set that up for us?
No, it is permanent, but I can pull it out. But I don't. Yeah, yeah. I just see.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. There's more opportunities for marionettes and clotheslines, I think. Uh,
Yeah.
and then so we've got Jerry the Vulture and little Ben the marionette. Um, he's a bit broken. You can see his wings hanging down. It's been really interesting bringing out all these puppets because I can see what exactly is broken and everything. Here's Tony the show pony. He's got moving eyebrows that operate with a foot pedal. So
So
yeah,
great.
he's going to be a game show host for a kids game show. These all sort of fell over. I've got a bunch of Indonesian and Balinese puppets. Sorry, bear with me. So yeah, the this one here, this was in a little workshop that I did in Bali. Got to carve out some of these little dots and things, and then this one I've purchased. They're just beautiful, extraordinary puppets. And then these Indonesian Javanese puppets that I've sort of been, and I've been donated to. Yeah, including there's a couple of Chinese puppets that I got from Ben Ho from Singapore, UNIMA. I got to meet him last time I was there. Beautiful. Yeah, and then a bunch of my hand and rods, a couple of sheep, and my favorite lemon puppet. And then there's Leica and Miss Baker, who is sort of slightly more mechanical. Get her open your mouth up a little bit. Yeah, and then I'm sort of been showing off a few little prototypes of things I'm working on. I'm working on a little elephant at the moment, which is going to have a really nice sort of moving trunk, and working on a little hand puppet clown, which instead of the mouth moving, I've got his eyebrows operating. So yeah.
How does that work, John? How does that
It's
work?
essentially my fingers doing the eyebrows, and I've got his nose and my thumb in his nose. So yeah, I've just kind of switched up
Oh,
the a mouth plate to being eyebrows and nose rather
clever.
than the mouth. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so clever.
So yeah. That's been the day. I've still got there's still a few people here, but we've had sorry to just drop you on camera like that. How do I flip this back? Maybe that one. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it's been a wonderful day. For my Kiwi friends online, I had Susie Cato come today. It was a big thing. And now she follows me on Instagram, and it's made the whole day worth it.
Oh,
Awesome, Jon. Is she going to be a
Good,
member
yeah.
of UNIMA Aotearoa New Zealand, Susie Cato? Would be
I think
cool.
so. She could be
Nice.
a good ambassador, I tell you. Yeah.
I think that means you're famous now, Jon.
Oh,
Yes?
I don't know.
Pretty sure.
I'm famous by riding on other people's coattails. I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's been a
Jon,
really great day. We've had about 20 to 30 people through.
Oh, great.
We've had, sorry?
I said that's great.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think anyone would show up. But we've had a couple working in theatre. They're interested in some puppetry stuff. I've had a couple of people making fursuits, and another friend who she's been doing sort of cosplay. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this day being opened up to all creatives. Yeah, it's just been a great sort of meeting of minds and experiences, and yeah, it's been really great.
Awesome. Thank you, Jon. Would you mind answering any questions that we might have of any of your puppets
yeah, of
that we've
course.
just seen? Does
Yeah, for
anyone
sure.
have a question that they'd like to ask of anything that we've just seen or how it works?
yeah. Sorry to interrupt, Kay. I just
Yes.
wanted to say that I think I don't know if I misunderstood, but Jon, you said that it's obviously it's not permanent, but you set that up all for today's open studio because it was I don't know, for those that don't know, Jon offered to celebrate World Puppetry Day by opening his studio and inviting people, and people have been writing emails or just showing up in Auckland in his studio, and I think that's a milestone for our very small and new UNIMA, and I really want to thank Jon for doing that today. And we know as puppeteers and puppet makers that it's a huge job to clean up your studio and to set up everything that you did just for the love of sharing puppetry love. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing that.
And no, it's been a pleasure to do it. Yeah, it's really gratifying to get all your puppets out and and have people actually interested in them. It's great.
Oh, it's so amazing, Jon.
And Jon, you've probably invented a whole new use for the Humble Hills Hoist washing line.
Amen. Yep.
For all those people who, have marionettes, it's the best way to hang them up.
Absolutely. And you can scroll through them, you just spin it around and like, oh yeah, here where I was in 2012, and yeah, it's wonderful.
It's brilliant. And Jon, would you mind talking us through how you set up your workshop to make it the most functional for you?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think it's always in the state of change. What I'd like to do, I've got two big workbenches here that I'd like to put on casters just so I can move them around a bit. And usually I have a long trestle table going across here, just so everything's all isolated, and it sort of means that I've got this big space to make bigger things. And I've only just got my pegboard and put all my tools together there, so now I can stay clean. And I've got all my little bits and bobs trays, and I've now been labeling them properly. So yeah, it's always a bit of a mess, but I've got some foam down as well, which I think is really helpful for fatigue. And I keep all my power tools and things all in one space, and yeah, I don't know. I just try to keep things compartmentalized. And then I've got a drawing desk, which is all articulating, which I tend to just put my laptop on, and my 3D printers, which and normal printer. But yeah, I find the 3D printers, it's a great tool, and I really think that more people should get into them. But they're not the be all and end all. I would never make a fully 3D printed puppet personally. I like the human touch. Yeah.
You okay, Jon?
Yeah, sorry, I just lost my earbud. Yeah, so that's my space. Yeah.
Wow, That's amazing. And how long have you been there, John?
Ooh, I think it must be about 3 years now, I think. Yeah. We moved in. Yeah, it must have been about 3 years. Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
And
I'm
for
okay
people
with
who
it
are
now. less
familiar with your work, like
Hmm.
how long have you been a puppet maker? How did you get into it?
Yep. Sure, I've been making puppets for about 13 years now, I think. Like professionally, well, if I can call it that. I started with the Puppet Fiction show. We did a tabletop marionette version of Pulp Fiction. We went to Edinburgh a few times, toured mainly through the fringe circuits, all over Australia as well. And yeah, that's where my love of puppetry blossomed. I was lucky enough to get trained by my puppeteer Peter Linz, who plays Ernie on Sesame Street at the moment. He took us for about a couple of weeks and taught us everything he knows, and it was wonderful. And then more recently, just getting into more mechanical puppetry, which has a time and place. But yeah.
Have
And
you got the
currently,
Jimmy?
sorry.
Have you got the Jimmy book?
Yes, I
Jimmy
do. Yep.
Grimes.
Yeah,
Jimmy Grimes.
I've got my book as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful.
Jimmy
Yeah, it's
Grimes
my
has written
Bible,
a
that one.
wonderful book on puppet mechanisms, which will hopefully be
Yeah.
more readily available to people now.
It is.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Oh,
One more
yeah.
question, John.
Mhm.
I'm just thinking of any young people or people new to puppetry who want to get into puppet building. Do you have any like essential things that you use or any advice for anybody like, getting into, being a puppet
Sure.
maker? And
Yeah, well, I think, I mean, in terms of tools and things, I think that you depending on what you're doing, what you're interested in, you'll find the tool that fits best. But if I had to pick one, I think it'd be my Dremel or a rotary tool that's got me through a lot of the things and cutting things out, and there's just a lot of things you can do with that. And I think it's sort of a one-stop sort of, bit of a Swiss Army knife kind of a tool, that one. But also I couldn't get by without my bandsaw at the moment too. I cut a lot of things, especially foam. Foam is really good on a bandsaw. Just get, you can get exact, what's the word I'm looking for? Miters on the edges of foam and things like that. And then in terms of getting into I think it's just passion will push you through in terms of the making and then the passion for it. But I would suggest getting into fringe festivals. That was my way in. You can do some wild and weird and fabulous stuff through fringe, and it'll take places. You'll meet so many people. And yeah, I think that's
really
how I
great
do it.
advice. Thank you, John. Before we say goodbye, or not say goodbye, not to be, but I just like, does anyone else have any questions for John? I'm just looking over. Like I could ask a million, but I don't want to hog the microphone, so I look around.
And I'm getting too shy. It's usually a puppet doing this work.
Yeah. Well, if no one else is going to ask, if you wouldn't mind indulging, can you please show us your awesome elephant prototype again, please? Because you showed that for like, it was so fast, and I was like, what's that? That looks amazing.
Okay, so yeah, I'm currently working on a tabletop circus, and I want to go full P.T. Barnes kind of vibes. So essentially, what's happening here, I've got this trunk that I've 3D printed, and it's got little segments in it there that a fishing line runs either side, and so I just hope that lighting's okay. Sorry.
Yeah, the lighting's
Sorry.
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, just spinning this wheel here makes the trunk flex, and it seems like there's enough flex or strength in that trunk that he'll be able to pick things up and manipulate things just through his trunk. Yeah,
That's
coming along. I've also
That's genius.
and like, oh shucks, working on his body as well, which I'm sort of thinking this will be the type of what I'm trying to do is make this a one-handed puppet, which it sounds ridiculous, but if I have a free hand, then I can get him jumping through hoops and things, and yeah, because I don't think animals should be in the circus, but this is a good opportunity for them to do so. Yeah.
And John, do you always prototype with
Not to
cardboard
scale.
first?
Usually, yes. Yep. It's not the strongest of materials, but once you sort of cross the corrugation, if you can sort of cross those corrugations, it sort of makes it a lot stronger. And also, I've got lots of popsicle sticks and bamboo skewers and things. Those are my go-tos.
That's great.
Yeah, along with
And
any
John,
off-cut
where
little
will you be
PVC bits.
performing that tabletop circus?
Well, I've been lucky enough and blessed to have been chosen to perform at the Wellington Puppetry Festival happening this September in Wellington. Yes, this is the second. What do you call the second inaugural? That's not a word, is it? It's the second puppetry festival in Wellington.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying.
This year.
Yeah, and it's going to be wonderful. I can't wait, and I'm just nervous that I just want to put my best out there, and just because everyone else I know is going to be incredible there, and yeah.
And are you also giving a workshop during
I
Thanks,
actually
Sarah.
don't know. I think
And
I'll
what
put my
will it
hand
be
up.
on?
Oh, did we talk about this? Yeah, was it the puppet mechanisms?
That's the
I
one.
think yes. I'm so on board with everything. I'm going to look at puppet mechanisms, which I think is going to be a breakdown of the things I've learned from Jimmy Grinder's book, and also all the little things and tips and tricks that I've picked up along the years. Yeah. I'm still working out my teaching, because teaching I think is a craft, and I appreciate all the teachers out there. And I just hope I can do justice to what you guys do. Yeah.
That's great. And Sarah, while you're there, do you have any more news about the Wellington Puppet Festival you'd like to share with us, or how it's going?
Well, it'll be from the 18th through the 20th of September here in Wellington at the Vogelmorn Bowling Club and Community Hall. We have so far, I believe, 7 shows, possibly 8. We are waiting on funding. 3 potential internationals coming in, and then 5 workshops. There's a whole free day on that Saturday, the 19th, for kids. That includes a lot of outdoor and roaming characters and smaller shows and various activities, as well as some shows that are going on inside. And we're working very hard to make it fully accessible. So we're working with the the blind and low vision community, as well as the deaf and hearing impaired community. So that's super awesome. But yeah, it is, I would say, twice as big as the last puppetry festival, which was in 2024. So yeah,
That's awesome.
we're going for it.
That's so cool. Thank you so much.